Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Ever since the rumors had started to surface online of OxygenOS 15 and the changes it was bringing to OnePlus devices, I was super hyped. And finally, after waiting patiently, OnePlus pushed out the update. And I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite features and some improvements I think that could be done, as well as kind of some changes I don't really like that OnePlus has done. Now, as far as I know, with this latest OxygenOS 15 update, this does not include all of the AI they have promised. As far as I know, they are going to slowly roll out those AI features in updates in the future. So one of the subtle things that they have changed is the icons. You know, the calculator icon is different. The settings icon looks different. So they have changed those, and I think they look pretty good. If we take a look here in the quick toggles, they've changed the icons for the quick toggles. A change that I like that they've done is in the top right corner, you know, like if you want to jump into settings. So if you swipe down twice and then you tap settings, they have changed that icon to look more like a settings icon versus in OxygenOS 14 it was just kind of a strange looking icon. Now the first thing I want to show you guys is when it comes to the quick toggles now, if you swipe down twice and you hit the three dots in the top right hand corner, the menu pops out. If you tap on customize quick settings, now you have the option to split your notifications and quick toggles, kind of like how iOS does it. I prefer the classic style because, like, if I'm in a Discord call or a phone call, I can swipe down once and it will give me kind of the notification banner with my controls like hang up, mute. I can change it from the earpiece to speakerphone. I like just swiping down once and having access to those quick controls versus if you do the split mode, you have to swipe down on the top right half of the screen for all of your controls and the top left half of the screen for notifications. Let me just show you guys what that looks like. So if we do split now and we swipe down, you guys may like this because you do have all of your controls, you know, quickly available with one swipe. So if you swipe down on the top right half of the screen, there's all of your controls. And then the top left half of the screen, there's a notification center. So that's nice. Like I said, for me, I prefer the classic style, but I think this is a good appeal for people coming from an iPhone. They can set it to split and it be a very similar experience to that of the iPhone. Now, as far as the quick toggle icon shapes, I'm pretty sure all of these are the same. They look the same to me. I think there's options here to satisfy almost anyone. I would like to see a few more. You know, more customization is never a bad thing. So that's the first big change in OxygenOS 15. Now the next one for me is, and this is my favorite change that OnePlus has done, now in the smart sidebar on the right hand side, that's where I have mine at. If you swipe out, here's some of my apps that I've put in here. You can customize this if you want to. You can hit edit at the bottom. A lot of this was already here. I really like the smart sidebar. I even like it on Samsung as well. But now if you tap on an app, so if we do the Play Store, instead of having the controls at the top of this floating window like in OxygenOS 14, you would have to hit the maximize button up here to full screen, and then there was a little X at the top right corner to exit. Now it's gesture based. So at the bottom of this floating window, you can see a little gesture bar. Now you can also use this to kind of shrink it, right, like that. So you can shrink it. Now there is a haptic feedback. So right there, there's a haptic feedback. And that's because if you swipe up now on this gesture bar in the floating windows, you can exit an app, right? Much better. Let's go back to the Play Store. Now to full screen it, you swipe down. It's just much better. I like that. I'll show you guys again. So you can resize it. If you grab that gesture bar, you can resize. And if you go too far, it lets you know with a haptic feedback. If you go right there, oh, actually, it puts it in a mini window. Okay, and then we can tap back into it. Again, you can kind of resize it like that. There's the mini window. We can tap in that. And, of course, you can still swipe to the side. Either side, you can still, you know, tuck your apps. That was also there in OxygenOS 14. but much, much better and more fluid for multitasking now that it's gesture based. And also you still have, so let's go back to, whoops, that is not the Play Store. If we go back to the Play Store, the three dots at the top, it still has kind of the old style. Well, if it would let me tap it, you can still minimize, full screen, or close if you prefer to do it that way. So they kind of have like both ways, like the best of both worlds. Swipe out, hit an app, swipe down to maximize it and do what I need to do. Also, they still have the split screen. So if you take an app, hold it, boom, there we go. We're in split screen. Now, if we hop into the settings app, this kind of has a fresh new look. If you pay attention to the icons on the left-hand side of the screen, this is something I really don't like that OnePlus has done, because I think personally in OxygenOS 14 it looked better because the icons were more bubbly, had more color to them. And if you notice, a lot of these icons are nearly the same color, like the Wi-Fi icon, Bluetooth, connection and sharing, right? A lot of the same colors. It's just kind of repetitive in here. If you take a look at wallpapers and then the home screen icons, it's nearly the same color. So again, here is the settings app on OxygenOS 15. If you take a look at the icons on the left-hand side, okay, versus OxygenOS 14, right? Just look at those icons. They're just much more bubbly, and I just prefer that look. It feels more friendly, if that makes sense. It just feels more modern than the kind of more blandish icons on OxygenOS 15. I mean, that's a very minor detail, but one I noticed because, you know, I spend a decent amount of time in the settings app. Now, another big change OnePlus has done is made changes to the animations, like when you're opening and closing apps. I'm not sure how good that will come across in the video, but it is very smooth. Not that it was really an issue for me in OxygenOS 14, but it definitely is super, super smooth. It's always good to see Android makers improve animations, because that's one of the iPhone's strongest suits, is how smooth the animations are. Also, I feel like performance is a little bit snappier. It's not like a night and day difference, but it just feels like before it was really fast, but now it's just like bam, bam, bam. It's super fast. Not sure if that's kind of a placebo effect, but it's just really, really fast. A lot of the widgets in OxygenOS 15 still seem to be the same to me. But again, I'm not really a big user of widgets. So for those of you who are more into using widgets, you'll have to let me know if there's been any updates or more widgets added in OxygenOS 15. Now, as far as the home screen icons, there seems to be more options here than I remember in OxygenOS 14. I think right now I have mine on Classic. There's also one called Radiance. Oh, I can kind of see there it's changing like the stock icons. Okay, and there's one called Shadow. Oh, that one's nice. But those icons up here look kind of weird to me, like Facebook, like third-party apps look kind of strange. But the stock apps, those look kind of cool. It's like a really contrasty style. This one's called Material. I like that one. It looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of older versions of icon, especially that messages icon right there. And then here's one called Pebble. So more options in here. I just think the Classic looks best, but I may set mine to something else. Let's see what happens if we turn on the Art Plus icons and then we go back through this. I'm not really sure what that's changing. It says use redesigned icons for third-party apps, but I'm not really sure. Let's set it to Shadow, for example. Oh wait, I guess I forgot to apply it, didn't I? Let's hit apply, applying. Okay. Oh, I see now. Okay, that looks a little better. Not terrible. Right, let's scroll down through here and look at some of these. Okay. Man, the settings app threw me off for a second there. I was like, wait, where's my settings app? It threw me off. Let's just go back to Classic. That's what I prefer. Okay. You're still able to change the icon size. You can choose to show app names or hide them. I like to hide mine. I just think it looks more clean. App name default. Oh, I guess it won't let you change that unless you turn on app names. Oh, I see there. You can change the size of the app names. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's hit apply. Okay. Let's take a look at the always on display while we're in here. Oh, I like that one right there. That one looks nice. Now, I just recently turned off my always on display, and I'll touch on that more in just a second. That one right there looks nice. It has the day and the time. Ooh, that one right there looks nice. Oh, what's that one right there? It's like the earth. Okay, let's turn it on for now. See what that looks like. Okay, that looks nice. You can change the colors and stuff like that. Ooh, okay. A lot of this stuff was already here in OxygenOS 14. I think there's a few more customizations, it seems, in terms of the always on display. Oh, yeah, so now you can have, at the top here, the one on the left says seamless and the one on the right says classic. So we'll test that out. Let's do, let's just turn it off here. Okay, so there, wow, it's really bright. Wait, what happened? There we go. So I think what this means is when we unlock the phone, do you guys see how, well, it didn't do my face properly. Okay, let's let it go back to the always on display. There we are, there's the always on display. Why is it having trouble reading my face? Like, what's going on here? There we go. Okay, let's go to the home screen. I think what it means by seamless is like when you hit the power button and it sees your face, it's like a seamless transition from this clock right here to the one on your home screen. So let's do that. Well, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it means by seamless. Oh, I think what it means is like say for example you had double tap to wake, it would be a smooth, seamless transition from this always on display clock to the one on your lock screen. So let me turn it towards the light so it doesn't see my face. Yeah, do you guys see there how, okay, here we go. Here comes the always on display. If you watch when I hit the power button, it kind of enlarges, right? That's pretty smooth. I like that. So it's in reference to the lock screen display, not the home screen display like I thought. And if you do classic, it's just kind of the kind of like right in the middle. So your lock screen clock will be different than your always on display clock. So the seamless option is pretty nice. I like that. I think if I were to choose one, I would do seamless. So plenty of options still here. Ooh, an analog clock. That's nice. Oh, there's like 6 different options. Or does it mean colors? Like different, I guess colors. Oh man, I was hoping it would change the color of the actual clock, but it's just like the battery icon. That would be really nice if whatever color you chose down here, it changed the color of the clock itself. Okay, more themes. Oh, you can scroll through here. Okay, that's what's going on. Oh, so that's the one right there. That's the one I've made. Oh, so you can kind of scroll through and change back and forth. What does that say right there? I don't know. That one looks nice right there. We'll just keep the one I have. We can click more themes. Guess you can go through here, and pretty sure that this stuff was here in OxygenOS 14 as well. So in terms of customization, I don't think there's a whole lot more in OxygenOS 15 that could change as they continue to roll features out. Now, the reason I chose to turn off my always on display is, let's go in AccuBattery here and take a look at some of my sessions. Now, normally, if you guys notice here, 80%, these are charge cycles, 80%. For the most part, like I said in a previous video, I use the 80% charge limit. So that's why a lot of these it stops at 80. But let's take a look here. I got a bit concerned about screen off battery usage. I don't know if I'm just more paranoid or if I'm paying more attention to it after the update. Maybe I am. But let's take a look here. Battery usage from 80% to 60%. It says I had 2 hours and 6 minutes of screen on time, which is about right. In terms of on-screen usage, the battery life is pretty much the same in my usage. And if we scroll down and take a look here at the screen off battery drain per hour, it says 2% per hour. That doesn't seem too bad. Let's go up here and take a look at this one from 80 to 39% with 2 hours 51 minutes of screen on time. And if we scroll down, it says it consumed 18.6% of the battery in screen off time. That's 14 hours of screen off time. If we scroll down and take a look at the average screen off percent battery usage, it says 1.3%. So those look a bit better. Let's look at my cycle that I'm on right now. So I charged up to 80%. Took it off the charger today at 9:22 a.m. So it's been off the charger for a little over 8 hours. I've got an hour and a half of screen on time. It says 10.5% of the battery drain was screen off time, 6 hours and 36 minutes. If we scroll down and take a look at the average screen off percent drain, it says 1.6%. So that seems a little bit better. I guess I was just a little paranoid or just paying too much attention to it. But yeah, battery life seems the same, which is a good thing. You know, I wasn't really expecting much of a boost in battery life because the battery life is already excellent on the OnePlus 12. Now, this video isn't a complete deep dive on every single change in OxygenOS 15. There's plenty of other good videos here on YouTube that take a much deeper dive, but this is some of the changes I noticed in my usage and how I use my OnePlus 12. Let me know your favorite changes in OxygenOS 15 down in the comments. Do me a favor, if you're new to my channel, hit the like button, it helps a lot. Also, hit subscribe for more content on the way. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video.